Okay, what's harder, making that music or making music that people care about?
Attention span has dropped a lot
No,
with
a
our
lot.
generation.
Yeah.
So it's, we have to kind of think a little bit about that.
Knew a person who sold his land here,
Mm.
fully mortgaged
Shucks.
to go study in Berklee.
There are very few number of people out there in this world who have the talent and the gift to be able to mix in different types of music to come up with something really good. And that percentage is very small. And one such person out there in this world, his name is Ashwin. He's a Bangalore-based boy, but currently residing in LA. We had the opportunity to listen to one of his songs called Home is Where the Heart for one of our shoutouts. You should check that out. And he was very kind enough, actually, to come to the Indieverse Podcast studio and record a full-fledged episode, which is something that we didn't plan for, but we are very grateful for it. And thank you, Ashwin, for being here. But you guys need to check this episode out. Ethical Man. Right there.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars, look at the Googies, look at the movies, look at the triple.
Welcome back to the Indieverse Podcast, people. Your one-stop shop for all things indie. I'm your host, Joshua S. And with me,
Rohan.
and today,
This is
as
an
you all know in the
auspicious
introduction,
day. It's a very auspicious day.
yes, please welcome Ashwin in the house. Touch a camera. Ashwin in the house.
So why cricket?
Why?
So welcome, Ashwin. It's we are so glad that we
Yeah.
could do this with you. From listening to your songs to keeping them in our stories,
Yep.
and
Thank
then
you.
finally getting to meet you
Yes.
and talk with you.
Didn't know this would happen.
Yeah,
But
No,
It's
I'm
our
so
pleasure.
glad.
Yeah.
it's a pleasure that we are here. So, I mean, I'll just get right to the first question.
Okay.
Wow.
Right? Like let's just
He's not giving
dive
him
into it.
space.
Okay, the first question: intros.
Okay.
Is there a necessity?
Is there a necessity for
Yes.
intros
Yeah.
in songs?
Yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
He
so
thought
okay.
podcast also no
Yeah.
intro.
So okay.
Oh,
So the
okay.
thing is, I was listening
It's a good
to.
question.
I was listening to a few of your songs.
Mhm.
I noticed most of your songs have a maximum of 4 to 6 bars of intros.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, like, even Sunbeam just starts off. There's no
Yeah.
intro any.
Yeah.
So my first question was that, okay, so what is your take on intros? Is it actually a necessity for the current generation?
Okay.
And also, obviously, there are a lot of independent artists that
Yeah.
are watching us. So it'll be nice to know your perspective on intros.
It's a really good question. I think if you look at intros, I always try to explain it like this. You need to focus on retention, not length.
Yeah.
So basically, like, if your intro is stimulating enough, if you have enough, like, for Home is Where the Heart, I have the acoustic riff. So it's a
Correct.
hook in itself.
Mhm.
So if your intro is a hook in itself, either it's like a melody or a cool sound design trick or something unique, right? The listener can catch on to. Then it's really useful to have an intro. For Sunbeam, I consciously made that decision to not have an intro.
Okay.
We initially had like some like ethereal kind of thing.
Mhm.
But one reason why I took it out was because feel the energy of the track when you're listening in the context of
Mhm.
like Spotify, right?
Okay.
You're gonna actually just get into the song immediately.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I wanted for this one. Like just immediately boost of like energy.
Yeah.
But I do like thinking about intros in the sense of, is this bringing value to the song instead of, is it an introduction to the song? So yeah, I look at the retention of it. Like, is there a hook within the intro or like an element, sound design wise or composition wise that can actually make the song more interesting?
I mean, adding to that, I think Sunbeam didn't have like a particular hook like how
Yeah.
Home is Where the Heart is at.
Yeah.
I think it was just like a lot of soundscaping. I
Yes.
felt a lot of nice soundscaping, and also it did not need a intro. Even if we start if I start programming right now, I like, who listens to 16 bars, 18 bars of intro, and then the singer comes in somewhere after the 5th or 6th minute of the song.
Yeah.
But have you listened to songs like that? And like, what are your thoughts? On
So
that?
I think that intros used to be more like important, just to kind of set the stage for what the song is about. I think now definitely attention span has dropped a lot
No,
with our
a lot.
generation.
Yeah.
So it's we have to kind of think a little bit about that. If you want songs to get playlisted and like featured more, like, especially on playlists and radio, then I think arrangement matters a lot. If you're trying to do the whole artist thing where you're like, I don't have any rules, I want to make like an 11-minute song, I want to make stuff like Pink Floyd, then, like there's no rules, right? So there are no rules anyways, but I'm just saying, like, you kind of have to pick a lane where it's like, I want my songs to do really well on DSPs. And then if that is the case, tightening arrangement does make sense.
Sure.
If you want to build like a cult following for like your music, like more experimental, you have like people buying music on Bandcamp, stuff like that. Then like do whatever you want, right? Like DSPs are just for optics. It doesn't
Makes
really
sense.
actually matter for anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. We got that off your chest.
Yeah, no intros, so.
Yeah, no interest.
Yeah.
Did you learn that at Berklee or something?
No, actually, I honestly in Berklee, so they were very strict about song structure for some reason. Like in a lot of these songwriting classes, they're like verse 1, verse 2, chorus 2, bridge. And I just don't think that makes sense anymore. I think that you can have like a great 2-minute song.
Yeah.
And like it can just be A, B, A sections or A, B, C, A or whatever, right? And it doesn't have to form like you don't have to have that verse, chorus thing for all these songs. And so
That's very interesting.
yeah, I don't even know if that's...
I've usually looked at people who like stick to a structure when writing songs. This is new.
I
Not
don't
really.
I don't think that's the case anymore, especially with electronic music. Like you don't need any structure. Like you can just have like a random like
You just go on.
yeah.
Suddenly
Fred
you
again
feel-
as well. Like I think if you listen to his music,
Yeah.
arrangement is so like interesting, right? Like you'll see that it doesn't follow the verse format or like build up drop. It doesn't follow that.
Yeah.
And people like that a lot now because they don't know what to
Yeah.
expect. So
Which is also weird.
yeah.
But like, it's kind of cool at
It
the
is
same
cool,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. But why Berklee? Why did I pull Berklee?
Oh.
He did go to Berklee. So when did you join Berklee?
So I was in Berklee 2018 to 2022. And I did,
you were in Berklee during COVID.
Good.
yes.
Really?
So
Oh,
I was
I didn't know that.
actually in the study abroad program when COVID happened.
Okay.
So I was in Spain when COVID started out.
Why were you in Spain?
So they have a study abroad.
Okay.
oh, so
for
that
one
means you're...
semester.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So it's in Valencia in Spain.
Okay.
They have a campus there. So when I was there, our semester got cut short, and that's when COVID happened. And then got sent back home, and then I did an online. I think I did a year online and then hybrid, and then finished it finally in person. So it was a lot of like moving parts, but yeah, I was there for the full 4 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty good. Okay, so you did have a formal education in music.
I
Now,
did,
these
yeah.
days, indies are not usually focused at getting a degree in music. Or at least I can say in India, it's very less thought of.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Is that a decent thing?
So Berklee, I think it might start losing relevance soon. And
Berklee, take notes.
and I'll tell you why. I think the pace of change in the industry is too fast for education to keep up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my question was
Yeah.
leading up to.
So if you even take like something that like I have been learning about and like doing a lot, right? Like marketing and all of this stuff. Like what a professor at Berklee might teach is like what they may have learned in their time, or they're trying to keep up and like look at trends and then incorporate that into the curriculum. I just feel like it's a bit slow to catch up because we're moving so fast right now with
Yeah.
how things are changing. Like,
And sorry to
No,
interrupt.
go ahead.
And anything like connected to technology is you can't educate. Like it changes every day,
Every
very
day.
rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please go on.
so no, all I was gonna say is that it's a very expensive investment. I think.
yeah.
It's really expensive. So I mean, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Really, like I honestly felt bad for my parents. I was like, dude, so it's a lot. Like, I feel like the dropout rate at Berklee is also something to look at because it's a 4-year degree, right?
Yeah.
Most people don't graduate. They have like I
Whoa.
think you
Oh.
can fact check me on this. I think it's like a 40 to 50% drop off.
Shucks.
Dropout rate. Yeah. So a lot of people just go there to build connections,
Right.
find the right people, find their team, and then they don't graduate. They
Does
just
that happen because of finances, or
Oh.
does that happen because
I think
of
it's both.
both?
I
Okay.
think finances is definitely a factor. Like it's
Okay.
very expensive to live
Yeah.
in Boston and pay for education. And then
Right.
I also think that like having just a team and like having mentors is enough to propel you.
Mhm.
Right.
If you're catching momentum, right? So Lizzie McAlpine, she was in my batch at
Okay.
Berklee. I don't think she graduated.
Okay.
She, she started posting on Instagram and she started getting a following.
Yeah.
And she just like continued with her artistry and then blew up. And John Mayer did that.
Yeah.
Charlie Puth graduated,
Yeah.
but
On the
you know,
bright side.
yeah. So I think it's a pretty expensive investment. I think it's worth it if you want to get like really good connections and mentorship for specific things.
Mhm.
But I do think you should go in like very focused because it's quite an overwhelming place. There's so many options for what you can do. So it's like going to a buffet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to pick the best things out
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
go to a buffet, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing, if you pick out the wrong things, you come out with a degree in something that's completely useless.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
the choices you make,
Yeah.
you need to make full utilization of what they
And
give.
another thing I'll say is more than the actual classes, like talking to the professors in office hours, that's something that I did. Like
Mhm.
I met up with the professors a lot after hours and like after school, and I would just go and sit and like ask them a lot of questions and have these mentors like guide me through things. And I think that really helped. And then collaborating with
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
So that's obviously,
one.
I've done a lot of that and I think just built a good network from, obviously just a lot of friends from college. I think that helps a lot.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think my worldview shifted now. Because I generally thought that people just go over there and then they like graduate and then they try doing something musically. I didn't know about the dropout rate. That was interesting.
Yes.
That was very interesting.
Same, and yeah, but the finances part,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
a lot of teachers in Swarnabhumi, I studied in Swarnabhumi, right? So a lot of teachers are Berklee graduates.
Yeah.
And they were telling me stories about how this newer person who sold his land here, fully mortgaged it
Shucks.
to go study in Berklee.
Shucks.
And
My
it
God.
took a huge toll on them at the end of the day. So there's a lot of stories like that. But there are also a lot of stories where people have come on brilliant at the other
Yeah.
end. So
It's a gamble.
yeah, it's a huge gamble.
It's basically a massive gamble.
Man.
Yeah.
This is too intense.
So from Berklee, we move to your music.
Okay.
So a lot of singles. You have a EP also. I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
My question, I have a favorite, but
Okay.
my question is your favorite single that you released till now and why?
Ooh, favorite single I've released. The answer does change, but I do think right now it would be Deja Vu. Okay.
I've seen you tell this
Okay.
in one more video. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Deja vu, yeah.
But why?
I think the process of making that song, like it feels quite cinematic, like with the strings and actually making that song was so much fun. Like I had like a real string quartet playing in Berklee in
Yeah.
the studio. And like I just was like, whoa, like you can
was
actually
good.
make stuff like that. Like it was just new to me that like everything I'd done till that point was like MIDI strings, MIDI, like, you know,
Right. Yeah.
getting real players in and like just making something that I was very proud of was like a lot of fun. And then performing it live. So when I play that song live, it's just so much fun. Like I have a blast every time. Like just the guitar solos, the energy. It's I think it's a very meditative song too. Like it has a lot of like just my expression, and I think
Yeah. One of my favorites actually, I think it was a little different from your soundscape,
Okay.
which is 5 Miles.
Oh, 5 Miles. Yeah.
It's a really, I was like, wow, there's this thing, but there's a full Indian touch
Yes.
to it
Yes.
behind. So I was like, talk to me about it. How was
5 Miles. Okay.
And it's your most streamed song on Spotify.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's your most streamed song.
Yeah.
1.4 million.
Wow.
You didn't tell that. You said
Yeah.
deja vu.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, usually your favorite songs are not the
Yeah,
most best running.
That's
Yeah.
how it goes. Yeah. So 5 Miles actually is a song that I put the least effort into.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Not again.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
want so many people to tell this.
No,
Yeah.
it's just it happened as kind of an accident. So met up with my friend Tyler. So he's a Canadian. He great artist and producer as well. And we collaborated on this song completely. We met up once and we were just jamming. And I was like, I love your voice. Like he has such a unique voice, you know. And we were jamming, and we actually went down to like it's called the Docks in Boston. So it's just like you sit there, and it's by the Charles River.
Okay.
We were just jamming, and I had my voice notes on. We were just riffing, and we had some cool melodies. And then we're like, "Oh, this is really cool. Let's actually make something with this." And then we met up one more time at my place in Boston again, and we just wrote the whole song, one session. We wrote the lyrics, we wrote the melodies, and like we focused on the songwriting first. Like that was the main thing, to write something that like lyrically, harmonically made sense. And then I started producing it. I started adding like layers to it. My friend plays the flute. It's actually not an Indian who played the part.
Is it? No.
Yeah. So yeah, he's actually I think he's like Scandinavian, or like
Wow.
he's American but like Scandinavian descent or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, he's an American guy, and he played the flute, and like he just played that riff. I recorded the guitar for it, and he played it on the flute,
Nice.
and that became the like
Interesting.
hook in the production. Yeah.
Because it
Pretty
is
simple, yeah.
little different from the
It's very
different.
from your soundscape. So I was like,
But
this is very
people really
interesting.
like that song, and I think it's like it's a very light song. That's the way that I describe it. It's
Yeah.
very light and like easy listening.
And short as well.
It's
It's pretty short, yeah.
I just focused on the songwriting for that. Like there was not. I even mixed and mastered that song.
Wow.
I've not mixed and mastered any of my other songs.
Yeah.
Other like maybe like one or two, but
Uh-huh.
I literally threw it on Lander. No, like I mixed it like very like raw. You know, like I didn't do anything fancy with it. So I think there is something to be said about that, you know? Like if
Yeah.
you don't overproduce a
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
like people like it actually.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
sounds a bit like a demo, and like when I listen back now and like even on like AirPods or whatever, like it feels very like the acoustic guitars are very raw. They're not like over processed. So maybe people like that.
No, I'll tell you what. I think it matches the current soundscape in India, because I can see, all the songs that are releasing I mean currently, they all have the same kind of a soundscape. So when I was hearing that, I'm like, okay, this has been a while, but it's still
It
very
feels
interesting. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that is pretty interesting to me.
Okay, now that you've done pretty like a good amount of songs.
Yeah.
And you're going to do a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's harder, making that music or making music that people care about? Because now we're talking about
Making
people,
that
right?
music in the
making just creating good music or creating music that people care about. So which is more harder to do? Like for example, you did Deja Vu.
Yeah.
Probably that was one of the best experiences you would have had doing that. But then obviously people didn't care much about it. Now that you're saying it, it's pretty interesting. But
Yeah.
people didn't know that.
Yeah.
So what do you think is more harder?
Ooh. I think you should always make music for yourself, like generally speaking. Like, so I always say that like you make music for yourself and then you sell for the business, which basically means like when you're advertising, right? Like when you're doing promotion or like whatever it is that you're doing that for the business of the artist,
Right.
not for the creation, right? So like, yeah, you create for yourself always, and then it's ultimately up to the audience. What wins, what doesn't win. Like that's up to the audience. Like you have to keep putting your best shot out there, like with your music, and then something will click eventually.
Yep.
And then you don't have to use that as an indicator for what your sound should be. I don't think that, because I think letting an audience kind of dictate too much like what your sound should be can definitely make you feel like creatively cornered into a
Right.
sound, and I don't think that that's good for artists.
Yeah.
So use it a little bit. Like if you have like a manager, sometimes what'll happen is they look at these stats, right? So the main stats they look at are streams, number of saves, how much is
Right.
being shared,
Yeah.
like you know the algorithm, how it's kicked in.
Yeah.
So things like that they'll look at and be like, okay, make more like this.
Yeah.
But that was special because you made that song,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah.
if you try to replicate it too many times, it's like a sequel of a movie, right? Like sometimes it just doesn't hit as much as the first. So you don't try and like replicate that success. Just make something original again. That would be my advice.
So you're telling people not to be like Taylor Swift.
No shade, but yeah.
I mean, somewhere I definitely do agree with it, but somewhere also I think if you're going to look at it from business perspectives, because okay, let's take mainstream artists, not indie artists, mainstream artists, because indie artists are usually pretty independent.
Yeah.
They do not care what people usually do, but we see mainstream artists, they're like they go straight into, okay, this works for the business.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a basic example. One of my favorite music writers is Anirudh. Okay, so if you see his music, it sounds repetitive,
Yes.
but each track works. So if how are you comparing this?
It's a good question. I think I'll like tweak my answer a little bit. I would say one for you, one for them. That's like
Okay.
I think John Mayer said this
Yeah,
in an
one for you, one
interview.
for them. Yeah,
Yeah, which is basically like you can't just keep doing it for an audience, right? You have to make stuff for yourself too. Like I have unreleased songs that I'll never release because I just like the song. Like I made it for myself. I didn't have any outcome in mind for it. So yeah, one for you, one for them. And I think that formula just works. Like
okay.
you don't want to be in a position where you stop being creative, because then if that ends at some point, like if you just lose creativity and you're just a machine, like that's like gonna end your career in my opinion, because you'll just keep manufacturing the same sound and then someone else will come in, replicate your sound better than you,
Yeah.
and do something more original, and then it's like, you know, yeah.
Okay.
Very
It's
interesting.
just my thought process. I feel like the creative juice, like having that like ability to create and make stuff original, that should be alive. That muscle should be alive. So whatever you do, like you don't want to get lazy with how you make music, because even if business is going well, like that's still a temporary fix for like staying relevant in long-term game.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
This is actually a very interesting topic for me personally, because I think we are nudging towards a mindset. Okay, well, I don't know. You don't have to be independent or mainstream or
Yeah.
like any musician, but I think it depends on the mindset, because a lot of people, they start off, let's say there's a 19-year-old
Yeah.
and let's say he wants to get into Berklee, but he has a plan like, okay, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to do music. They haven't really thought about the income part of it still. So they're still like, I would say it's like the honeymoon phase of the music industry that's making people feel like, okay, this is sick. But then when they actually get into it, okay, they start writing songs and they realize that not everything works. But at the same time, they need that source of income for it to like, get the numbers. So people really go towards the side where they want to please the people, but very less towards making music for themselves. So is that a balance, or should that not be a balance?
It's tough. I mean, I really think it comes down to the individual,
Right.
and it comes down to also their like
I
their
think the
financial
situation-
situation
yeah,
too.
they-
Yeah,
yeah,
like
gonna
where
say
they are
something.
in life, you
Yeah.
know, right? Like I definitely feel like I am privileged in the sense that I've had support from family. I'm not ashamed to
No,
admit
but I
that,
do
like,
think that you have a really good mindset to say that, okay, fine, if nothing is going to work, you're still going to stick with your own creativity. You have a bunch of unreleased songs that you probably might not release it. That takes a lot of something in the head for you to decide something like that. But not a lot of them are going to think that way. They'll be like, I just want to like boost out as many songs as I can so that if something clicks, I get the money.
yeah. Again, it just comes down to audience deciding, right? Like it always comes back to that for me. It's like the audience will decide whether you're cool or not, right? You can't control that at the end of it.
Yeah.
So you can keep putting out stuff, and you ultimately have to understand like there is a balance. Like if you're not progressing in your career, then you have to make changes.
Right.
You have to aim for success in a way where you're progressing somewhere, you're moving towards something. But at the same time, like the actual music has to be original and has to be fresh. And like that's how you stand out. Everyone is doing remakes, copying trends, doing this and that. Like there's so much of slop, right? Like you have to be original. Otherwise, there's no point in being an artist.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
okay. So I'm going to move slightly from there.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about a love story.
Okay.
Wow.
A love
Ashwin, what have you
story.
been up to?
A love story that you had with acoustic guitars.
People are so disappointed.
It's about music, people. It's about music. So, your love story with the acoustic guitar. Your dad taught you acoustic guitar. That's how you learned. But from the last conversation that we had,
Yeah.
you're still not comfortable playing it live. So, where what is that? What's happening?
Yeah.
there?
So it's actually a very like
Situationship.
no, no. What it is that I feel like when it comes to acoustic guitar playing, I find it hard to sing and play.
Okay.
So that's just I need to work on it. Honestly, that's all it is. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I get it.
it's tough.
I've
like
seen people, yeah.
because a lot of my riffs, like "Take Home Is Where the Heart," it's a more involved acoustic riff.
Yeah.
So playing that and singing is like it's not super easy for me yet. But it's a work in progress. I feel like I don't want to. I like having a band or I like having an accompaniment because it really helps me like do justice to the songs.
Yep.
If I just do solo like me acoustic guitar and singing, like it needs work. So you know,
So, when is this project going to be completed? This love story project? We need a date.
I don't know. Honestly, I think more of my new stuff is very acoustic guitar focused. I really like playing the acoustic
Yeah.
and I like recording it. It's just playing it live is the tough part.
Did you play the acoustic on Sunbeam?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think
So
you should
that's
consider.
nice. Yeah, you should
You should
consider.
consider.
I know. A lot of people like the acoustic sound.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think, I maybe I'll like invest in like proper formal. I've never formally been trained in acoustic,
Okay.
right? So yeah, my dad taught me when I was very young and like I learned a bit from him. And in Berklee, it was all electric. And it's actually easier for me to play like the electric guitar. So I tend to gravitate towards that. But I think I'm going to start doing more acoustic and
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
I think you have.
Yeah.
Like, I think you
it
have
has
your
a
hand on
vibe.
it. Yeah.
No, it has a
Yeah.
vibe for sure.
And I think your style is actually pretty good on it.
for acoustic, yeah.
I've not
Yes.
heard you on electric.
I've heard him on electric.
Yeah?
And acoustic. Both I've heard.
Which
But
is
I
better?
think, it comes down to preference. For me,
Acoustic.
more than acoustic, I like his electric guitar playing since the lot of the riffs and how you use soundscape from the
Yeah.
electric guitar is much more better.
Okay, last time we met. Okay, this was like what in 2025
December.
December.
2025.
Yeah, I was like, we met him somewhere.
A
No,
couple
we
months
met in a cafe. Okay,
Yeah.
and you were talking to us about playlist curation. What's that?
Okay.
Basic
To
words.
people who don't know.
Yeah, to
Okay.
people who don't know.
What's
What is
playlisting?
playlist? Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, about 2 years ago, I had a couple playlists that I made. So I curated a couple playlists that revolved around my music. Okay. And I started to advertise these playlists because I didn't want to directly promote the song. So it was an indirect way of promoting my music through like a bunch of music that has a similar vibe to my style, right? And what happened when I started doing that is I started getting a lot of messages from people saying, "Hey, can you add my song?" Or labels being like, "Hey, we want to pitch our artist to your playlist." And I was like, "Oh, like this is cool." And then a few friends told me they're like, "Oh, you can get on platforms and actually receive submissions for music and get paid to consider them for getting added to the playlist."
No.
I heard that
Okay.
and I was like, that's a thing.
And then I made it a whole business, right? So then I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, like this is insane.
Yeah.
Like I can promote my music and earn money from
Correct, yeah.
promoting it.
Yeah.
Like,
Who won't do it?
yeah. Yeah. So it's a little bit more nuanced than that. I don't think it's very competitive now. Now everyone's trying
Everyone's
to do it.
trying to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like it still works, you know? Like we still try like new profiles, like artist friends of mine will do that. And they'll make a new playlist, promote it, get submissions, pay their entire advertising cost, and then it's a cool way to do it. I think it's maybe a little bit of a hack. I would say the main downside is like just time investment and like because you're gonna actually start getting a bunch of music to listen to.
Yeah.
So I actually have a friend doing that for like with me now. So like actually reviewing the songs and all of that. Yeah. So
That's a lot
I
of
think even
songs.
YouTube used to do this, but not playlisting, like
Yeah.
reviewing,
Yeah,
checking
yeah.
out some stuff. Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of models for this where like you can base the whole premise is
Mhm.
you own an asset,
Okay.
right? That you grow. It could be a YouTube channel, it could be an Instagram page, it could be a playlist, and then you grow that and promote it and you build community around it, right? So I have this one playlist called Samosa Music.
Huh. Yeah, some
Samosa, dosa,
everything is there. Now everything one by one.
Oh, I'm a foodie. I'm not gonna deny.
We are also foodie. We are also not denying.
No, so the thing is, it works, right? Like
Yeah.
that playlist has 30,000 saves,
Oof.
Oh,
and when I release music now,
Uh-huh.
I get more streams from that playlist than Spotify editorial playlists.
Wow.
And that is huge. Like
That is huge.
imagine like
that
owning an editorial playlist,
yeah.
right? So that's exactly what it is. Like you have complete control. You can throw on your friends. You can help out artists that are like coming up. Like I produced for one artist and like they released the song and I was like, hey, yeah, I can just throw you on my playlist. They're like, oh, wonderful. Like that's a good bonus that you
Yeah.
can have. Like even if you're in a freelance industry, right? Like if you're producing for clients and stuff, just having that is like, I can help you out with this too. And then it's a great win-win. Yeah.
nice. Talking about your friends, please see through the camera.
Yes.
You've told so many times. Ask them to come down. We'll all do a podcast.
Yes.
One of them
everyone-
came down.
Yeah, one
Okay.
came down. The rest should
Please
come.
follow.
That one is you.
Oh, okay.
He's wondering who that one. Yeah, one came down. We want the rest also.
Okay.
Like I think it'll be nice if we all
Yeah.
like sit together
Yeah.
and maybe
It'll be a
we'll
lot
have a
of fun.
huge conversation. I feel.
Yeah.
Who are the
Maybe
friends?
yeah.
Who are the friends? People won't know. who are
Yeah.
the friends.
Prithvi, Arya,
Yeah.
Priya,
Yeah.
another Prithvi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prithvi
Yeah,
Prakash,
both
yeah.
Yeah,
Prithvis.
Prajosh.
No, we're missing someone. Priyamani, Pritvi Prakash, Prithvi, Prajosh,
Arya Ganesh.
Arya
Arya
Ganesh.
Ganesh.
Yeah,
Ah, he said
Yeah,
that.
I
said
think
that.
that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah, so totally five, including
Yeah.
you five.
Yeah.
You shouted all of them.
All of them out.
Amazing
Yeah.
people.
And there's also Vikram. I don't know if you've had him yet.
Okay.
but yeah, he's another good friend.
We will check it out.
There's more. There's a
Okay.
longer list.
All we need
Yeah.
to do now is all of you will come here.
Yeah.
Yes.
One
I would,
game?
I would
Yeah.
love to see the entire vibe.
Like we
Yes.
all sit
Yeah.
in like a hall space and we
Yeah.
like just talk music.
Yeah.
Talk
Be a lot
about
of fun.
like,
Maybe
it'll
even
be
jam.
really nice.
Who knows?
So okay, so since you're on the list of friends and everything, Pritvi Prakash, most of your songwriting has been with her.
Mhm.
So what has been like? How has things worked out in terms of songwriting and how has she been a support?
Let's start from
For
where did you
music.
meet her?
In Berklee itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that?
and after that, how
How did
how
you
the
actually-
songwriting process?
So, we actually never thought to write music.
Okay.
Like we just didn't ever even talk about it. So Home is Where the Heart was the first song that we made.
Oh, okay.
And it happened completely by accident. We were just chilling and this was in my apartment in Boston and I was playing this acoustic riff. We were actually doing a cover of the song Ink by Coldplay.
Ah.
And I had this really cool tuning on my guitar.
Okay.
So then after I made that tuning, I started like playing some chords and then this melody, ta-na-na-na-na-na-na, that melody came into for both of us. Like we were
Okay.
both just humming this and then we just started writing completely randomly. It just came out. She's very fast with writing lyrics and like really good at it and like very poetic lyrics, right? So she started writing some stuff down and then we came up with an idea. And then we recorded it just there, just the first half of the song. And then we went through so many revisions with that.
Yeah.
Like that song went through so many, like we have like probably like 6-7 versions of that track that
Oh my
gosh.
aren't released anymore.
Yeah.
Like they're like pretty cool still, but they're not the original.
Okay.
She's brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing, yeah.
Her songwriting, even in Hugs, it is really
Yeah,
nice.
so exactly. So I think like I think for me, like my strength, I would say, is like coming up with more like hooky, like I think melody is like my main like
Yeah.
like I love coming up with melodies. Like that comes the most naturally to me, even since I play the guitar and like and then I think same with her, like she's great with melodies, but I think even more than that is like
Lyrics.
the writing is just very
She's
strong.
brilliant in writing.
Yeah.
I seen one of her reels also, I think for Hugs Only,
Yeah.
like where she just went somewhere and she wrote the lyrics and she sent it to you to get the tune, and then you sent like a voice note of the tune.
Yeah. So that was for Sweden Betweens.
Okay.
Sweden
Yeah.
Betweens. So yeah, really like, I think it's a really good combo. So
Okay.
we have actually one song that's it's almost done. I just have to do some more editing on the track, and then so that one should be coming out early
soon.
this year. Yeah.
Nice. So what is your lineup from here?
Lineup.
Yeah.
What's next?
So I have 3 songs that are
Already 3 songs.
Already?
2026. Don't start out.
yeah. So I have 3 songs that are like almost good to go. One of them is like
Nice.
done. The other 2 are like just need like final touches.
Nice.
And after that, so one of them is actually not an Ashwin track. It's an Astra track.
Okay.
Okay, it's his.
EDM.
EDM.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full like club track.
Yeah.
So tell the audience what is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Astra is my alias,
Okay.
and I basically do like house music EDM under that. I've had it going since 2016.
Nice.
It's Astra is the name, and I've had decent success under that alias, and it was kind of on hiatus for a while, but now I'm bringing it back up because I like it. I like EDM. I didn't want to like just completely abandon it. So I have like tracks from before that I'm revamping, and like I have just like stuff just sitting around. So I want to just put it out because I like the tracks. I think it could do well. And now that I also know more about like how to like promote music, how to do this, I'm like more incentivized to actually not let it just sit on my hard drive and just put it out. So I'm thinking we'll see. Like I have ideas for like maybe DJing again, like with a couple of friends and doing like EDM shows. Like that could be cool. Maybe even remixing like Ashwin tracks as EDM tracks.
No, that'll be a
that's
nice.
idea.
That's
a nice idea.
nice twisted.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to see like 2 perspectives from
Yeah.
the same producer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
it'll be nice.
Yeah.
I like having like I've even thought of having like another alias on top of that, but it's just there's too much going on. Yeah. Like I need to focus and like just put out more music under both of these. At least.
Yeah.
I like the remix idea.
Yeah, I think I
very
might
good.
do that. Yeah.
Yes.
I might see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
AI
Okay.
thoughts. Have you used it for your music?
No, I've not.
You've not.
Yeah. So my
He was like, what? I use it every day.
No.
Okay.
So okay, like what do you want to know specifically? Just like general thoughts.
Yeah,
or-
let's start with AI artists.
Okay.
Gonna take over. No. What's gonna be a musician's role?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think let's say putting up a band together is becoming hard nowadays. Okay, a lot of people have gone towards the side of becoming independent musicians in themselves. So if you as an artist or if me as an artist, I'm trying to look for a band, but I don't really, have anybody. But I do have lyrics. I do have like a structure as to how I want my song to sound. I could just probably use AI and then go with it. And it could come out with like a bunch of renditions. I could probably prompt it to do a lot. I could, but then again, how beneficial is it? Is it good? Is it ethically good?
Your take on it.
Your take on it. Okay, you can touch on it from a business side
Yeah.
as well as an ethical side.
Like we've always asked this AI question even to the before 2 guests.
Yeah.
So your take on it.
So I think that what AI is doing right now is it's stripping down the process a lot, right?
Yeah.
So it's making it a lot easier to get an output, but it completely removes any experience and knowledge about like making music, right? So let's take like AI drums, for example. Like now you don't have to pay for a studio, you don't have to pay for a drummer, you don't have to pay for this. So look, I won't ever shame anybody for using it as a tool. Right. What I do have a problem with is people just generating AI artist tracks completely without any human input, without any like thought, just slop, right?
Yeah.
That is not cool because you're just making it harder for independent artists to actually compete, on like a level playing field. Because an independent artist does have to pay for mixing a lot of times, does have to pay for production, like session players. So I feel like people just doing this whole slop thing and it's just not cool. But I'm not going to shame anybody for using AI like for like, getting like a MIDI part to sound better, for like making their vocals. Like, let's say you're someone who is a lot. I had this one person who was a lot older, and like he used to sing back in the day. Like it's like a 70-year-old or something.
Yeah.
Now he can't sing. Like his voice is bad. Like he loves writing music. He has a passion for writing, and he wants to see it through. But he's not like, he doesn't have the ability to invest a ton of money into hiring like singers and then doing that, right? So he's been using AI and making songs. Now, what he does with that, I don't know. Like, I personally am not a fan. Like, I won't maybe listen to it. I probably wouldn't put it on any of my playlists.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that's where I draw the line. I don't think that it's a fair thing to have AI music and like music made with a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in the same platform without labeling.
Okay.
I think AI music should be flagged as, okay, this was made entirely with AI. I think that's a very no-brainer question. Like, it should be done by DSPs because you're cheating audiences into saying that like, hey, like this is someone who's putting music every week, so consistent. Wow, what an amazing artist. It's just like, like no, like this is someone who's just trying to hack the system.
For sure.
Other things I think about AI is that when artists like are introduced to it too early, I think that they won't develop skills for, actual like taking their creativity from start to finish.
Yeah.
And it's just like anything that it's just a commodified version of music right now with AI. I think I value artists who like actually put a lot of thought and intention into their music. And I think that is going to have a premium. I don't think artists releasing songs on Spotify is where the story ends. I think it's going to be more now like live music, like fan clubs or like, meet and greets, like having this hybrid model with like in person and online. And I think that's going to be the separator right now. Yeah.
Interesting take. But have you had any AI submissions on your playlist?
Plenty. So, so this is where it gets interesting. The last year, my playlisting business, right, where I get submission stuff, has gone up.
Yeah.
Because there's just more people putting on music. It's so easy to make, like, it's so easy to just put out and release a song today. So the number of submissions I get has increased.
Yeah.
But I don't accept AI music, so, like...
Okay.
Yeah. So
Again, another great question. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people do this, but then I think people do accept the AI submissions as well. Which do you think grows faster?
I don't understand.
Like okay. Now, for example, I have another playlist that I'm curating. Okay. And I've decided I'm gonna take submissions only like the AI ones.
Only AI ones, yeah.
And I know that okay, let's pull ethics out of this.
Yeah,
let's just talk the
business
side of things, okay? Because obviously we all want to be good. We don't want to do it. But then let's just say hypothetically, okay? I do start doing that, okay? Which is more beneficial. I do know ethically it's more fun like on the fan-driven side and the live-driven side. But again, like from a business end,
yeah, maybe. I don't know, actually. I haven't tried it yet.
Would you try it?
Would you try it?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Give it a shot.
I don't know. I just, for me, the thing is like, I have the artist brain and the business brain, and sometimes they clash.
Yeah.
They clash all the time, actually. And I think it's good that they clash. Otherwise, I would be doing a lot of stupid shit. like just to make money. And I don't want to do that. So I think ethics for me is important. I don't, again, as I said, I don't shame people for using AI at all. Like even like if you use it for like artworks or video or for promotion, like go for it. If it's an efficient way to do it and you don't have the budget, it's fine. Do it.
Yeah, I think that's where it started.
Yeah, like it just comes down to like, do you want to be a cheap brand or do you want to be like an expensive brand? Do you want to be a mid-tier brand? Like that's how I look at it, right? Because if you think about any business right now, some of them will hire like a graphic designer, a visual team, and they'll hire a person to do this. Some people will just be like, we'll use an AI chatbot and like, we'll make a bunch of content from this. So it just depends on your branding. Like, do you want to be a premium artist, it's expensive. You'll have to
Okay.
invest a lot. You'll lose a ton of money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it may not be smart business wise to always do that, but your brand value is going to be very high. And brand value is very important right now. If you're a brand, if you're an artist, like, and you have a strong artist brand, you can get booked for shows, you can go on tour, you can get on, whatever it is, like you can actually get opportunities for your growth. But if you're like just putting out stuff that's like kind of mediocre, like you can clearly tell it has AI production on it and stuff, like, yes, it was cheap, but at what cost, right? You're not
what
getting those
cost?
big opportunities.
I think everyone starts off indie.
Mhm.
Now, let's touch labels.
Okay.
It's obviously, I mean, it's good to transition to label. Like, who wouldn't want to be transitioned into a label? But it does come with a certain limitations and thresholds. Like, a label would want you to do such, and such. Like you said earlier in the podcast. So now, let's just say, hypothetically. Okay. Let's screw hypothesis. No hypothesis.
Yeah,
Okay. Just plainly. Okay. If you going to make money out of music, you want to make money out of music. Okay. But at the same time, you want to be honest to yourself. Okay. You reach out to a label. Okay.
Yeah.
And a label. Okay. Let's put you in this example.
Sure,
okay?
sure. Yeah.
You would obviously want to join a label, right?
I don't know.
Okay. He doesn't know.
I don't.
Let's just say, okay, I'm a label.
I'll give you a more clear answer in a second. But yeah, continue with the question.
So I reach out to you, okay? I'm like, okay, I want you to do such, and such, okay? And I want you to produce such, and type of music. Would you accept it or not? And why? For what answer you're going to give?
I think if the label is aligned with your artistic vision and goals, you should sign.
Okay.
And if you have leverage to strike a good deal.
Okay.
So those are the two important
okay.
factors for working with a label. The first is you want to make sure that they actually like what you like, right? So like even in terms of the sound and like where they see the trajectory, there should be an alignment there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second thing is having leverage. Like if you have no following, like no streams, nothing, like only a couple songs released, you don't have any leverage. You don't have social proof. You don't have any data for them to look at. So you need to get to a point where you have like you have a rhythm, you have a groove, you have momentum. I always say labels will come to you, right? And that has happened, but it's not been a good deal. So I said no. Or whatever, right? There's like sometimes you will also like have a conversation with someone and they'll be like, oh, I love your music. We'd love to like, work with you.
Right.
But then the ball is in your court. If they're coming to you and saying, hey, like, we'd love to sign you. We just checked out your music. You're doing really well. You can be like, yeah, sure. But you get only 50% or 30%, right, of my masters. I'll own everything. I'll keep the publishing. You get a certain percentage of the masters. And then they might agree, they might renegotiate, but you have the ability to say, hey, I don't like your terms.
Right.
And you need to look through the fine print. This is super important, right?
Yeah.
If they just pay you and outright buy everything, like that money can come back in multifold for them. You're just giving them
something to work with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're giving them something to work with. They're just buying you out. And I don't like this model. I don't like it when labels just buy out masters. And I mean, that is their business, right? I understand it, but I think it reduces incentives. Like I do think that you can have like base pay plus royalty. Then it's like, okay, then you can actually tell that they want the artist to also grow with them, rather than just like using it completely as like something they can monetize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Very ethical, man.
I just think through these things because I know that long term, right? You don't want to ever have any deal in perpetuity.
I know, yeah.
And you don't want to get stuck in something that's a bad fit. Like, especially like younger artists, right? Like if you're just like naive and you're like, someone's like, yeah, I'll sign you, I'll get you this, and there's empty promises. And then it doesn't work out. You're still stuck with this person and stuck with this label. Like, I don't know. There's so much you can do independently right now to grow. My philosophy is like, be very clear about what a label is going to bring to you. they'll say opportunities, access, like editorials, blah blah blah. Like, dude, how often does that come true? You know,
Okay.
they
Get it. I
they
get it.
base what they're gonna be spending time, money, and stuff on based on momentum. If someone is like blowing up on TikTok, they'll be like, "Hey, come, like, we'll sign you. We'll use our pool of like resources, contacts, money, investments to blow you up even further." So you have to get to that point. And how you do that is through social media, however you want to do it. Like, there's many ways to do it, but like, I would say social media is probably the best way to get eyeballs right now.
Good point. Because now that we've come to this point, labels become middlemen. And you could not use them and still, because streaming is accessible to everybody right now.
Yeah.
Anybody can access streaming. So anybody can just use DistroKid and put their music out. You might not need a label, but then again, one hit wonders become a thing there because something works for someone and then they hope for the best and then it doesn't work out. So they're like, okay, yeah, should I go for a label or not? But has streaming made it more easier for artists to just become independent artists and do something? Or do you think there should be, because you're an ethical man?
Yeah.
That because you come from that aspect.
Yeah.
Do you think an indie artist should think, okay, is there something that's good that I can do through this axis
Yeah.
that's going to help other people to enjoy creativity in a certain way? So what I'm trying to get to is, do you even need a label since streaming has become so accessible right now?
I don't think you need one, but I think it can help you when you're at a certain phase where you kind of plateau. So let's say you get to like a position where you're growing, things are going good, you're getting shows, you have a fan base. If you want to capitalize on it and multiply it, then a label can help you. And I don't think labels are bad. Like I think the whole DIY thing is just really easy to do now. Like,
that's a topic.
We've
in
had a
itself.
long
We've-
conversation about
yeah,
DIY models. Yeah, no, please go on.
No,
Yeah.
you have a point. Yeah.
yeah, no, I just thought I was contradicting myself. No. Okay. So my point is that labels aren't bad. Okay. It's a business model that they figured out. It's a little bit archaic.
Yeah.
Because their whole thing was, hey, we'll do the marketing, we'll do like the press, we'll get you all of this opportunity. You can do a lot of that yourself.
Yeah.
And again, like, you have to be very clear, like, that they're just aligned with what you believe in. Like, what do you think about it? And if you find a great label, sign with them. Like, they'll help you. They have a vested interest in your success because they're making money from your success, from the royalties, right? So when you have someone else, it's like being a stakeholder, right, in a company. When you have people in your team, and this could be even if you're independent, right, who have a vested interest in your success, things work. If they're that's why, like, for a lot of the collaborators I have, even if like they don't ask, like, I offer, do you want a percentage of the royalties for the song? Right?
Yeah.
Why? Because then they're incentivized for the success of it. They're gonna share
sure.
it more. I think
Yeah.
there's some artist who has like a Google form where you can apply to get a percentage of revenue from streaming for his songs.
Wow.
And they can put like a number, like they can say, hey, I'll do $1,000 for
Yeah.
a percentage of this song, like 1%. And it's a big artist. I forget who it was, but it's an insane model. Like, because then they're incentivized to promote it.
There are so many things. Why am I finding out so many things?
Okay. Nice.
That's actually a very nice idea.
Yeah,
actually.
'cause
that's a pretty cool idea.
Even though royalties are small, when you're at a big scale,
Mm-hmm.
it's not so small, right? Like, like
Yeah.
if you're a pretty big artist
Yeah.
and you're getting like crazy streams per day,
Yeah.
like that money adds up. So my point is incentives. So look at the
Look at that.
incentives for your team, for the label. Is it aligned with your growth? If it's not aligned, there's a high chance they're not going to put their best foot forward. So
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So if it's not aligned, who you need to find is Ashwin to do your playlist.
Ethical man.
Curate a playlist.
We're going to put on post.
Yeah.
I don't know
Ethical
why
man. Ashwin.
Mr. Ashwin Sriram.
Yes.
He's the man.
To do your playlist. Yeah. To put your song into a nice playlist. And then that gives you streams.
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
The very ethical way to go about it.
So, okay. Just get to last few questions.
sure.
Since you're going on this or that or something. from an artist's perspective, what hurts more? A heartbreak or cancellation?
Cancellation
Yeah.
of a show.
No,
Oh.
of like
Oh, getting cancelled
Yeah.
publicly.
Oh.
Probably that too.
not a heartbreak.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
if you get cancelled, like that's your whole career. You've built for this. You've invested your money. You invested your time.
You
Like,
think you could use the cancellation into doing something? Become something like, okay, you're known for that. So people will want to watch you because of
yeah,
that.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, controversy can sell, but
Yeah. I mean, right
you
now
have to
it
be
does.
smart though.
That-
You get
no,
cancelled.
you're ethical man. I believe in it. I
Yeah,
believe
we
in it.
believe in
No, you get cancelled and you do, like, yeah, if it's like, if your career gets screwed, like, that's not good. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I can't think of anyone who's like,
Used it.
yeah, and then
Leveraged
spun it
it.
around. And,
Mm.
yeah, it's tough.
I'm thinking of the thumbnail, ethical man on the podcast.
Hey, but I really appreciate your
The values
yeah,
you
the
stand for.
values you stand for.
Oh.
That's very interesting because I met a lot of people out there who just want to make it there. Like
Yeah.
I just want to get there,
Mhm.
but they don't have any groundwork.
Yeah.
So when that becomes a foundation,
Mhm.
that really leads to a bunch of other confused artists out there.
Oh,
that
totally.
This kind of lends with the Berklee dropout rate. You start with the
Yeah.
wrong intention and then it leads to something else, and you have a degree in absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So I like the values that you stand for. As
Ethical man.
as a musician, as an artist,
Yeah.
you're a good package, man. I think people should
Thank
actually
you.
keep you as a role model. For people who don't know who Ashwin is, go look at his Instagram,
Yeah.
go watch his
Or
videos.
see the full podcast.
Yeah, watch the full
Yeah.
podcast.
You watch it
can-
again and again, you
Yeah.
learn more ethical stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Part 2 you want also?
Yeah,
We'll
part
go
two-
there, Boston.
Yeah.
We go to Boston, we get the full group together.
Is everyone in
LA
Boston?
now.
LA,
Oh,
now.
LA,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
LA.
We're all most of us are in LA now. We moved from Boston because it was too cold.
Yeah, sir.
No, we moved to LA because it's nice and it's a good transition from college as well. Like
Which is better in
And
music?
LA is costly as well.
Actually,
It's very,
no.
very good.
No,
No,
you
isn't
just-
LA costly?
LA is expensive, but Boston's also very expensive.
I've heard Boston has always been
Yeah,
like
it's just it's a college city and everyone there is spending like, I mean, like it's all students, right? Who
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
can afford to spend on
Mhm.
tuition. So rent just goes up.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's quite expensive. Like
Yeah.
New York is another level. By the way.
Okay.
New York is insanely
Insane,
expensive.
yeah.
It's like Crystal Jayanti Road. No, over there in Boston, I think what MIT is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you have one of the world's
Yeah, it's all
top
the-
unis,
yeah, yeah.
and then obviously the surrounding is.
Harvard.
Yeah.
all-
Harvard.
it's a college
Yeah.
city,
Even
yeah.
I forgot about
Harvard,
that.
Harvard is
peeps. Harvard peeps. Sorry.
Okay, and with that, we wrap up this amazing
Yep.
podcast episode with our ethical man, Ashwin.
Yeah,
It's
boy.
been- It's been a pleasure. It's actually
been
been-
great.
Yeah.
This was a
If you want to
great
do music
conversation.
business, reach out to us.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Something.
stay tuned and all, she's telling.
Yeah.
But no, but the actual. I'm trying to finish the episode. But actually, it's been really fun talking to Ashwin.
Yeah.
Learned a lot. At least, if not anything, I've learned to be ethical in life. I have some values in what I do. So at least,
Really?
yeah. If I don't,
Take a shot every time you hear ethical man.
yeah, take a shot every time you hear it. But yeah, it's been really fun. Good conversation. Really
Yeah.
insightful. On that very note, do like, share, subscribe.
All that good stuff.
Follow Ashwin on his socials.
Yes, please.
If you have your tracks which are made by you, not made by
No,
AI,
yeah, no. He won't accept.
he will not accept.
He'll leave it off.
So if you
Oh my
want your
God.
tracks to be curated,
Yeah.
please send it to him. If you want your
Yes.
tracks to have good guitars, please send it to him.
Yes.
If you want your tracks to have good music, please send it to Ashwin.
Thank you.
All rounder.
If Ashwin
Thank
says
you.
no, please send it to me.
This is a model. I like this model.
It's good man.
So yes, it's been really fun. So do follow, share, like our page as well. Huh? That is shout out. No, that is for shout out. No. Okay, we will give love and only love.
To Ashwin.
It's like a thing that
Okay. Yeah, no, I
she
figured-
started it. So
It's always a-
yeah. So see you all next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
See you in the next one.
Bye. Bye.